never sell your Bitcoin, right?
You don't need a whole Bitcoin. In fact, 0.25 BTC might be all you ever need to be considered wealthy. Sounds crazy, right?
What did that just mean?
Let me explain to you why. Because in the next decade, owning just a quarter of a Bitcoin will separate the rich from the poor. Let me break it down to you.
But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin.
Now, let's zoom out and make sense of this scenario, okay? There will only be 21 million Bitcoins. And out of those 21 million Bitcoins, 19.6 million have already been mined, which means they have already been created. They're out in the world. However, I need you to subtract lost coins, which is about 3 to 4 million coins estimated that have been lost because the owners of these wallets are dead and gone, or they're in the old wallets, they'll never move. And some of the early miners that they misuse the wallets because Bitcoin was useless at the time, that they cannot recover anymore. All right, now that leaves us with 17 million coins in circulation that are actually active and in control of people. Now, with that in mind, let's consider the world population. We have 8 billion people in the world. If every person wanted 1 Bitcoin, they just can't have it. What? They cannot have 1 Bitcoin. All millionaires in the world, if all of them wanted to just buy 1 Bitcoin, mathematically, they won't be able to do it. It's impossible to do it. So we have 56 millionaires around the world globally, and all of them will never be able to own 1 Bitcoin completely.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That means if you just hold 0.25 BTC, you are statistically ahead of the 99% of the world. It puts you in the 1 freaking percent. Now imagine what that will even mean 10 years from now. Scarcity creates wealth. All of us understand that. That is why we want the things that we want. A Bugatti is only important, or a Lamborghini is so admired simply because only a few people can have it. Think of Bitcoin like land in Manhattan or beachfront property in Malibu, or a beachfront property like here where I'm sitting right now in Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. It's a very tiny piece of land and it's running out of space. Within the next 5 years, all the developments that are actively building right now will be completed and there will be no more land to expand anymore. Bitcoin is exactly the same as that. The demand can only increase and the supply is limited. That's why New York is one of the most expensive cities in the world. Michael Saylor has been saying this for a very long time and people kind of just ignored him, but only if they knew. And also consider that governments are buying, ETFs are sucking up supply. Companies will hold Bitcoin as a treasury asset, just like Apple hold billions in US dollars in their bank account. With all that considered, I think we're in the calm before the super cycle. And when that hits, owning just 0.5 BTC could mean generational wealth. This is exactly where it's going. When I started this channel in 2016, there used to be this whole narrative of if you hold 20 Bitcoin, you're going to be wealthy one day. Now that number is no longer 20 anymore.
I give up. Bitcoin, you win. There, I said it.
Now, let's talk about numbers. What does 0.25 BTC mean in the future? It's as easy as imagine Bitcoin at $1 million. This used to be a crazy idea, by the way. But now that Bitcoin has already been at $100,000, everybody knows that it's going to $1 million within the next 5 years. At $1 million for a Bitcoin, it means that 0.25 BTC will be $250,000. And you can do the math up northwards to say, by the time Bitcoin hits $5 million, what is going to be the value of 0.25 BTC? Now, factor in the hyper-Bitcoinization of the world, where Bitcoin becomes the unit of account. Your 0.25 BTC will be able to buy you a house, put you in retirement, take care of your children, and you will never need to work again. In that future, AI will be able to also borrow your Bitcoin and pay you interest on top of it. Banks will also be able to do such things because the floodgates have already been opened. And this is why a lot of Bitcoiners would say, stack sats now, thank yourself later. Now, how do you get to 0.25 BTC? At today's prices, 0.25 BTC is roughly about $20,000. Unbelievable, because $20,000 used to be enough a couple of years ago to buy you one full BTC. But you don't need it all at once. That's what people don't understand. Here's how you can start to actually accumulate Bitcoin. Step one, you need to get an exchange account. Set up an exchange account where you'll be able to buy the Bitcoin, and there's several exchanges that you can use: Binance, Coinbase, Bybit, OKX, CoinW. I have links to all those in the description below. All of those platforms that I just mentioned, they have a DCA feature in it, which would allow you to buy Bitcoin at a specific given cycle. You can say you want to buy weekly or monthly, depending on your income. You can say you want to dedicate 20% of your income to accumulation of Bitcoin, and you can set it and forget it. Step two, you need to have a hardware wallet. A hardware wallet protects your Bitcoin by keeping it offline. So instead of trusting all the exchanges where you'll be buying it from, you can move it away from there and put it inside your own hardware wallet where only you have control. Link to the best hardware wallet in the world is in the description below as well. Step three, track your sats. You need to be able to know what's going on with your portfolio. So I use platforms like CoinStats, Arkham Intelligence, or CoinMarketCap to track your portfolio. And guys, this has nothing to do with how much money you have. You can do this with $10. Whatever you can afford, it's good enough for you to start. Whether it's $10 every week or $10 a day or $5,000 or $1 million, the amount doesn't matter. What's more important is you having a stack of Satoshis next to your name. And finally, think about the bigger picture. Crypto is not about just flipping coins anymore and trading. It's about positioning yourself for the new financial ecosystem. With the inflation, the broken banking systems, and the unstable currencies around in the world, Bitcoin is becoming digital gold. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, has already said this, that even the US dollar is becoming so unstable that a lot of people are now starting to consider Bitcoin as the digital gold. Russia has now already settled multiple trades in oil and gas using Bitcoin, and the floodgates keep getting wider and wider and wider. And owning even a fraction could protect your wealth, unlock your freedom, and change your life forever. It did for me, so I know for a lot of people, it would also do the same. 0.25 is the new one Bitcoin. Believe me on that. And now that you know that you don't need to be rich to start a journey in Bitcoin, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel and like the video. And of course, I also have a free starter pack, which is a list of all the tools that you need to succeed in crypto. It's free. It's in the link in my description and link in bio on my Instagram, X, and all social media platforms. Go ahead and use that. Even for the platforms that I said here, if you use my links, they come with a lot of benefits, up to $72,000 in value in welcome bonuses, VIP status accounts, and so on and so forth. So go ahead and take advantage of it. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next video.